How do leaders decide which projects should move forward and which ones shouldn't? In higher education, there are almost always more good ideas than there are resources available to support them. New programs, technology upgrades, process improvements, student initiatives, and strategic opportunities are constantly competing for attention. So how do decision makers determine which projects deserve investment? One important tool is something called a business case. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Katie Linder, a certified project manager, change manager, and coach who works full-time leading and supporting teams in higher education. On this channel, I offer real-world examples of how project management translates into the higher ed environment. If you're looking for ways to use project management tools and skills, both professionally and personally, to bring more ease to your work and life, you're in the right place. A business case is a document or analysis that explains why a proposed project or initiative should be undertaken. Its purpose is to provide decision makers with the information they need to determine whether investing in a project is worthwhile. In other words, a business case answers the question, why should we do this? One common misconception is that business cases are only used in corporations or for projects focused on generating revenue. In reality, business cases can be valuable in any organization, including colleges and universities. The benefits described in a business case don't always have to be financial. They might involve improving student success, increasing operational efficiency, enhancing employee experiences, reducing risk, supporting compliance requirements, or advancing strategic goals. A business case helps connect a proposed project to the outcomes the organization hopes to achieve. For example, imagine a university is considering implementing a new advising platform. The business case would likely explain the current challenges with the existing system, describe the proposed solution, identify expected benefits, estimate costs, outline potential risks, and explain how the project supports institutional priorities. Rather than simply saying, we need a new system, the business case builds a structured argument for why the investment makes sense. Most business cases include several key components. First, they define the problem or opportunity that the project is intended to address. Why is change needed? What challenge are we trying to solve? What opportunity are we hoping to capture? Next, the business case typically describes the proposed solution. What are we planning to do, and how will it address the identified need? A business case will also outline the expected benefits. What positive outcomes are anticipated if the project is successful? In addition, many business cases include information about costs, required resources, risks, timelines, and alternatives that were considered. Together, these elements help decision makers evaluate the overall value of the project. One helpful thing about business cases is that they encourage thoughtful decision-making. When people are excited about an idea, it can be tempting to jump directly into implementation. A business case creates an opportunity to slow down and examine assumptions before significant resources are committed. It also helps ensure that projects are aligned with organizational priorities. Just because a project is interesting or potentially beneficial doesn't necessarily mean it should be pursued right now. Resources are limited, and organizations must constantly make choices about where to invest their time, attention, and funding. A strong business case helps leaders compare competing opportunities and make more informed decisions. Business cases can also strengthen communication. When stakeholders understand the rationale behind a project, they're often more likely to support it. A well-developed business case provides a clear explanation of why the project matters and what value it is expected to deliver. Now, it's important to recognize that a business case isn't a guarantee of success. Even projects with strong business cases can encounter unexpected challenges during implementation. However, a thoughtful business case increases the likelihood that the project begins with clear goals, realistic expectations, and a strong understanding of the value it is intended to create. Foundationally, a business case is about justification. It helps organizations move beyond "this seems like a good idea" and toward a more structured evaluation of whether a project is worth pursuing. Before launching your next initiative, consider asking not only whether the project is feasible, but also whether there is a compelling business case for moving forward. Those two questions often provide the foundation for strong project decisions. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever been asked to develop a business case for a project or initiative? What information did decision makers want to see before approving the work? And if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more content on how to apply project management tools and approaches within higher education contexts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.